Millions of people are affected by mental health illness each year. According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, 1 in 5 adults and 1 in 6 youths aged 6 to 17 experience mental health illness each year in the U.S. 50% of all lifetime mental illness begins by age 14. With us today is Emily Sawyer, a psychiatric nurse practitioner at St. Luke's Crittenton Children's Center. Emily, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I want to start with prevalence. How prevalent are mental health conditions?
They're more common than many people realize. Globally, about 1 in 8 people live with a mental health condition. In the United States, it's more like 1 in 5 adults and 1 in 6 youth live with a mental health condition. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death in adolescents and young adults in the United States. Our country is really facing a mental health crisis.
I really appreciate you framing it that way. And statistics from the National Alliance on Mental Illness show that the average delay between onset of mental illness symptoms and treatment is 11 years. So let's talk about why recognizing early signs and early intervention is so important.
Yeah, early identification and treatment is so important. Just like with physical health, the earlier you treat a mental health condition, the better the outcome. Recognizing symptoms early allows people to get help before symptoms get worse. So it improves treatment outcomes, it helps reduce the risk for developing a more severe illness, and it just improves quality of life. So finding those warning signs, encouraging people to seek help is so important.
And to follow up on that, I want you to walk through what some of those early signs are, if you could do that for us.
Yeah, they can really vary based on the person and the condition, but some common warning signs to watch out for are low, sad mood that lasts for weeks, losing enjoyment in things, sleeping too much or too little, mood swings, appetite changes, having a harder time concentrating, getting things done, withdrawing from family, social engagements. More specific to kids and teens, we watch out for increased irritability, emotional outbursts, withdrawing from family, friends, things they usually enjoy, decline in school performance, school refusal, impulsive or risky behaviors that are uncharacteristic for them, or excessive worrying or perfectionism that makes it hard for them to get things done or takes an emotional toll.
Thank you for walking through all of those. And switching to our focus on children and teens, what things are sometimes overlooked and attributed to, quote unquote, just a phase that should warrant more attention?
Yeah, mental health struggles in kids and teens can look a lot different than adults. Common misconception is that people with depression just look really sad all of the time. But depression signs can be a little more subtle and unexpected than that. So some of those early warning signs we talked about, like irritability, acting out, isolating, struggling more in school, those can be signs of depression in kids and teens and are often attributed to just normal teenage moodiness. We really look at patterns and persistence. So if things are ongoing, if they interfere with daily life, if they are out of character for your child, then it's time to get help. Also, any statements about feeling worthless or hopeless or not wanting to be alive should be taken seriously regardless of age.
Definitely. Although the stigma around mental health concerns has greatly improved, there can still be a hesitancy to ask for help. So I want you to answer this for the parents that are watching. What can parents do to help their kids?
Yeah, kids can be unsure and ashamed about asking for help, and parents play a powerful role in changing that. Creating an open, judgment-free space is really important. So ask open-ended questions, validate and don't minimize. Talk about mental health like it's normal. Talk about it like it's physical health. Yeah. Modeling coping skills and taking care of your own mental health is really important. Kids learn so much by watching. Definitely. And be proactive about seeking treatment. It can be a little daunting to find a therapist or a psychiatrist. So starting with a conversation with your pediatrician or school counselor can be good.
Yeah, that's great. St. Luke's Crittenton Children's Center has been helping children and families in the community for more than 125 years. What services does Crittenton offer for those who might need assistance in behavioral and mental health?
Crittenton offers a really wide range of services. So they offer outpatient psychiatry services, outpatient therapy services, psychological assessments, inpatient hospitalization for kids in crisis, residential treatment, in-home services, substance use, intensive outpatient, and then community resources and support.
Is there anything else you'd like our viewers to know today about this topic?
Just that St. Luke's has mental health services for both adults and children, and it's okay to reach out for help for yourself or your child.
This topic has come a long way in the last few years, and the work that you do is so important in advancing that. So thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
To learn more about behavioral health for adults, visit stlukeskc.org/behavioral. And to learn more about Crittenton Children's Center, visit stlukeskc.org/Crittenton. You can also stay up to date with all the latest health news and stories from St. Luke's at stlukeskc.org/news. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time on Health News You Can Use.